how are y'all, and welcome back to another episode of KCG Plays. Today we're playing another game of Luck Be a Landlord. Today is a bit of a special episode. It's the 100th episode of Luck Be a Landlord uploaded. So it's mad to think that just over 3 months ago I started playing this game, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who's watched it, in particular those who have liked the videos and who comment on the videos, and everyone who has subscribed to the videos. I'm still really enjoying playing it, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. So plenty of content coming out in the future. I'm also a small update on the channel, I guess. I'm about to start playing another game. Well, I've already started. I'm about to start uploading another game, I should probably say. It's a puzzle game called Desktop Dungeons. It's not the newest game. I think it came out in 2013, but I saw someone playing it there a couple of months ago, and I've wanted to play it ever since, so I'm having a lot of fun with that at the moment. You should expect videos out within the next couple of days. Again, that'll be probably a daily video, and it'll be about 15-20 minutes long, so I'm very excited. I'm really enjoying it, and it's a bit different from Luck Be a Landlord. It's definitely a lot more skill based, a bit less luck, but yeah, it's really fun. Hope you guys enjoy it as well. So today, I think for the 100th video, we're just going to do a nice chill floor number 1, and maybe try some funny synergies that we haven't quite got to work. The only problem with playing floor 9 all the time is that some synergies and strategies are just better than others, and some you just never get to try because they just don't work on floor number 9. But hopefully on floor 1 we might be able to try them out. Here I'll take milk, and here I'll take a second milk, I guess. Still decent. I think a cultist is probably the best, that has the most late game scaling, but I'll try a cheese. Don't mind getting a mouse here. I think a 3-sided dice is probably the best, just giving 2 on average. And we made the 25 rent payments with 23 left over, so we're doing great at the moment. A target, I think, is probably the best out of these. It just gives 2, and it will get destroyed if we pick up an arrow, which we probably will at some stage. Here I will take a yellow pepper, a wanted poster, a green pepper. I'll probably take wanted poster. I really like thieves. I'm starting to think on floor number 9 they're not actually that great, but I do really enjoy them. So let's see if we can get like a giant thief going in this run. Let's try a second 3-sided dice. I don't mind, but that'll probably be the last. The key would also have been a decent pickup there. I'll take another milk there. We're well above rent, so we don't need to worry too much. I'll take a lockbox. And out of these, I don't particularly want any of these. We could take a banana peel, but I'd rather get the thief and build it up and then take a banana peel. I guess a bee is okay. Now that it works with beehives and honey, it's actually slightly better. If we pick up a beehive, we'll be doing great. We made the 50 rent payment with 40 left over. 100 now due in 6 spins. I'll take a... Will I take a bear? If I'm hoping to get a beehive and a honey, probably don't want bears. Let's take a wolf. 1 wolf is decent. And let's take a lunchbox. We'll break that straight away, and we'll get... I don't want any of these. I'll take a chemical 7, I think is the best. And I'll take a... Let's take a pear. Let's see what we get out of it. We're only on floor 1, so we can kind of risk the pear maybe not paying out for a while. We have 7 empties. Let's take a second cat. I think has the most potential. Let's take a milk for the cats. They shouldn't last too long. And we'll pick up an item capsule. Pizza the cat. That's fantastic. Cats are worth 2 now, so they're worth taking. We could take a dwarf. A dwarf is again one of those symbols I don't think is great on floor 9, but this is a chance for it. Let's pick up a ninja. Okay, so we've made 100 rent payment with 73 left over. We're doing great so far. 150 now due in 6 spins. There's a thief. I think we just have to take it. And we could take tax evasion. That would give us 1 per turn. This would give us about 1 per turn. 3 symbol seeds grow into a common, uncommon, or better. I don't particularly want compass heap. I will take tax evasion. Actually, because we're playing on floor number 1, we'll get loads of removals, so we'll do okay. I have a dwarf, so I'll take another wine. Or I'll take my first wine, actually. Let's take a second thief. Okay, and we don't have any way of getting rid of the banana, so I don't want to take a banana. Let's re-roll and let's take one banana peel. Okay, there goes one of our thieves, which we got not a great amount for, but we will make rent, so that's all right. And we'll skip all of these. So we're looking for farmer would be great here, chef would be great, and arrows would be great. We made the 150 rent payment, 104 left over, 225 now due in 7 spins. I don't want any of these. Let's re-roll. Let's take a buffing capsule. Let's pick up Lefty the Rabbit, is pretty good. Jack-o'-lantern isn't great. Small symbol bomb is also pretty good, but I think Lefty the Rabbit is probably the best choice. I'll take another cat, it's worth 2. Okay, here I think I'll skip. So I'm going to start skipping a lot more now unless the symbols are worth at least 3. I'll take a lockbox though because we do have an empty and a key would be pretty decent. Here I'll skip all of these. I could have taken the banana peel for the thief. So now this gives 44 multiplied by 3, so that give me 120. But we're going to go for a giant thief. We're going to see how long we can take him. I don't want the billionaire, I don't want the seed. So I'll skip all these. We'll have no problem making the next rent payment. 225, made that with 70 left over. 300 now due in 7 spins, so we need about 30 per spin. Bartender is pretty good, it's worth 3, and we do have a dwarf. This time let's take a treasure map. Or small symbol. Let's take a treasure map. How's our inventory doing? 20 symbols, that's fine. Okay, we don't want another lockbox, let's skip that. And let's remove probably this coin. It's got the least amount of synergies. And is also the hardest to get rid of. I don't want a sloth, I don't want a toddler. Let's re-roll, don't want another lockbox. A mouse is okay with the cheese, but I think 5-sided dice is probably better. And we'll probably just remove the cheese. Let's remove the flour instead. But I'm thinking, will we pick up a mouse? Is it worth it? Probably not. Let's take another milk for all of the cats. All 3 cats drank the milk. That's great. 58 that time. Let's take a mouse for the cheese. And we could pick up a coal. Coals are pretty good and it's still pretty early on. So 23. Let's take out the cherry and let's take out the pearl. 33, we should definitely make the next rent payment. We have to, it'd be decent if some of our eaters could eat the symbols, but we did make the 300 rent payment with 5 left over, so we're a bit close. 350 now due in 8 spins. I'll pick up a removal capsule and I'll pick up Maury the Rabbit is great. With the amount of rabbits fluff we're going to get, that'll definitely help. And I think I will probably break this thief if I see the opportunity. 34 on that spin, let's skip. Okay, I'll take another cheese for the mouse. We need to get about 50 per spin, however. We got 30 on that spin, that's not great. Let's take a reroll capsule. Let's remove, what's our worst item? I mean, it's probably one of these pears. I mean, it could be the pear, but still has some potential. Let's take out the lockbox. 34, we could definitely do with something. Bronze arrow could work. Okay, we got one of the cheeses and we got the target, which gave us 70 on that turn. 2 spins, we still need to get about 50 per turn. That could help. 47, it looks like this is not going to work. Let's take General Zarf. If General Zarf hits the thief, we're saved. But unfortunately he didn't. Okay, so I think I played that a bit greedy. I tried to leave the thief too long. I should have gotten rid of him earlier when we had the opportunity. And also a bit suboptimal play there a few times. So even though we're on floor 1, we still have to pay a little bit of attention to our play. So let's give it another go. Coal this early on is great. That'll really start paying off just when it's needed. Out of these, I think ore is probably the best choice. Because I took coal, I have to pick one of them. And out of these, let's I really wasn't impressed by Dwarf the last time. Anchor is worth like 1.8 on average, so I'll pick up Anchor. And I'll pick up a Urn, I guess. And we did make the 25 rent payment, only 2 left over, so not fantastic, but 50 now due in 5 spins. 5-sided dice is great, it's just worth 3 on average. And Rain Cloud is great as well, just makes rains instant pickups. They're just worth 3. Okay, Bounty Hunt is terrible, let's take a Lockbox. Okay, I don't want any of these. Let's pick up a second ore because we kind of have an ore team going on. Even though it's not one that I want. Let's take a bubble. Okay, let's pick up a shiny pebble, I guess. Maybe we'll pick up a geologist on this run. That'd be quite nice. I made the 50 rent payment with 13 left over. 100 now due in 6 spins. Robin Hood is just great. He's worth like 3.25 on average. Destroys loads of things. Gives bonuses to arrows. Just an instant pickup. And I think Mori the Rabbit probably has the most potential. Okay, 14. Mrs. Fruit is fantastic. At the very least, she'll pick up this cherry and just be worth 3, so definitely worth picking up. Getting some good, luck pretty early in this run, considering we don't really have anything that improves our luck. Let's take a Urn. Okay, and we definitely make the next rent payment. And here we'll pick up another Anchor just to fill up the board, although I probably should have picked up the Miner. 27. We made the 100 rent payment with 30 left over. 150 now due in 6 spins. Let's take, I don't want any of these. Let's re-roll. Let's take a Void Stone, I guess, and let's take Maxwell the Bear. Just makes bears kind of instant pickups, so I guess he's worth taking. 20 per spin. We're not quite getting enough, but I don't want, wow, I don't want any of these. I suppose if I get 20 per spin, the coal is going to break fairly soon, so Matryoshka Doll is pretty decent, just self-scaling. Eventually is worth 4, which is all I need. A Lucky Capsule is quite good. And we could take another coal. We are going to make rent, so I can afford to take another coal. And here, let's take a coconut half to feed Mrs. Fruit. It's also just worth 2. And we made 50 that turn, that's great. We made the 150 rent payment with 54 left over. Let's pick up a wine, I guess, just because it's worth 2. Clear Sky is fantastic. If we pick up a sun now, we're doing great. Let's check our inventory. 21 symbols, so let's remove the kind. It'd be kind of nice for my 100 run to do a sun build. Do I have a cheese? No, so let's skip all these. 25 per turn. I'll take a rain, that's worth 3. How are we doing? Let's say 30 per turn. We should make the next rent payment on 30 per turn. I don't want any of these. How many symbols? 20 symbols, alright. Yeah, 60 on that turn. We could take a banana from Mrs. Fruit, but then we're left with a banana. Though I guess we could remove it. Let's skip though. There's no need. We will make rent, so we're doing okay. Let's take a Tedium Capsule just because it's worth 5. And let's remove, what's our worst symbol at the moment? I mean, probably the beer. I'm probably not going to pick up a dwarf. 30 on that turn. We'll skip all these. And we made the 225 rent payment with 57 left over. We're doing alright. 300 due in 7 spins. Let's take a plum from Mrs. Fruit. And we could take Instant Ram, I think is the best. Although Cardboard Box is pretty decent, but if it was floor number 9, I'd definitely pay some attention to Cardboard Box. But on floor 1, we get so many removals, I don't think there's any need for Cardboard Box. We've kept the deck pretty light at the moment. As always, let's take a... Thieves aren't great unless you have the item that works with them. A bee would be okay, we only have 1 flower though. Let's take a seed, there's a good chance it'll grow into something decent. Grow into a banana, which isn't great. I don't want any of these. Let's re-roll for a bartender. No, I don't think so. Robin Hood does destroy billionaire, so let's take a billionaire. And let's remove the pearl and maybe one of these ores. There goes our billionaire straight away. Fantastic. 81. Not too bad. Let's skip all these. We haven't been offered any rabbits or rabbit fluff at the moment. Let's take another coal. I think we can afford it and it's still early enough in the game. Let's skip all these. How's our inventory doing? 20 symbols, not too bad. Getting about 30 per turn. So we made the... What was that? 275? We made the... Yeah, I think it was 275 with 76 left over. 350 now doing 8 spins. I don't want a bartender or a sapphire, so let's skip. And time machine is really good. Anthropology degree is really good, but I think time machine, because we do have 2 diamonds, is better. It also helps the Matryoshka doll. Pizza the cat is really good. Makes our cats worth 2. So don't have to worry about getting rid of them too early on. 5-sided dice is okay, except we have... I'll take a 5-sided dice. With the 2 diamonds now, we're getting about 44 per turn, which will give us about 240, which will make 400. Yes, so we should have no problem making rent. We get more on some turns when we get the Robin Hood. Okay, we got our Matryoshka doll giving us 4 per turn. I guess we could just take a Void Stone. Do we need to remove anything? Yes. Let's remove... What's our worst? Probably this other ore, I would say. Let's remove the ore. Okay, do we want anything here? We don't. Let's skip. And let's take an orange from Mrs. Fruit. She's just munching away. She's worth 8 now. It's pretty decent. 72 per turn. Frozen Fossil is just fantastic. Even without any cultists or hexes, when it breaks, it'll be worth 4. So, just decent. 350, we made that with 100 left over. 425 now doing 8 spins, shouldn't be a problem. Silver Arrow is great. And Shedding Season, if we got a rabbit, Shedding Season would just be fantastic. Like, the more the merrier. Let's take Shedding Season, just on the off chance we get a rabbit. And because of that, we'll also take Adoption Paper. Void Creature is okay. We don't want any of these. We don't even want another cat. Let's skip. And let's use 1 reroll. And we could pick up a bear. It is worth 3. Let's take a bear. Let's remove... What's our worst? That will remove itself eventually. Let's remove the banana peel. And let's remove one of these urns, I guess. Do we have nothing else that's worth 1? No, let's remove the wine. We might get Grey Robber to get rid of the urn. Was I offered 2 items? I was. I must have been. Let's skip this. How are we doing? Let's say we get 40 per turn. 6 turns, 240. Yeah, we should make it. Let's take a coconut half for Mrs. Fruit. We could have also taken a rain. We'll have another diamond coming in 3 turns. Let's take a plum for Mrs. Fruit. 70 on that turn, that's fantastic. Let's... Do we want a bronze arrow? I think so. A bronze arrow hits like 1.3 on average. Like 1.3 symbols every turn, so it should be worth like 4 per turn. 4 or 5, we have quite a lot of high value symbols. And with Robin Hood making it worth 3, I think it's just worth taking. Buffing Capsule, that was a great hit. Hit Mrs. Fruit and one of the diamonds. 82. Let's skip here. Okay. Big flower worth 6. Not the greatest, 95, but we did make the 425 rent payment. 181 left over. Could take a treasure chest, but we've no way of getting rid of it at the moment. Let's re-roll and could take an omelette. It's worth 3, but again, not quite good enough. Is there anything here we want? There's a load of things we could give to Mrs. Fruit actually, so let's take it. And let's take reroll, I guess. For we do have 2 dice. Let's see what we can get from Mrs. Fruit. I don't want any of these. I'll take Do I have a chemical 7? No. Let's take a cherry so to give to Mrs. Fruit. It's probably worth more. And we'll skip that one. So not great. We got 1 cherry out of our item. So not the most fantastic item, but it's okay. We have 1 cat. Let's take a removal capsule instead. $75 on that spin. Let's skip. Let's use the removal capsule to get rid of our shiny pebble. $69 on that spin. Nice. Let's take a wealthy capsule. We should have our Eldritch creature coming out fairly soon. And we are regularly getting into the 70s. Now moon is worth 3 and we have clear sky. So if we pick up a rabbit now, we'll be doing fantastic. I don't want any of these. Great hit there on the arrow. Hitting Mrs. Fruit for a big 65. I'll take another coal. It is only 15 turns, so I think we still have time. Let's skip. So we'll be skipping most things from now on. We've already made rent, so we don't need to worry too much. Eldritch creature has burst onto the scene. We could take a cultist to feed to the Eldritch creature, I guess. Since we have made rent, it's probably worth it. Okay, and we made the 575 rent payment, 247 left over, and at this stage we should have no problem winning. 625 due in 9 spins. I'll take another silver arrow is great, and holy water, I guess. Copycat is great. And let's remove. So now we just need to remove things that don't fit into our builds, which is we have 2 anchors. Let's remove both anchors. Okay, we could take another coal. Sure, why not? Great copycat. 75 worth there by himself. Let's take a peach from Mrs. Fruit. $67. Let's skip all these. Great copycat here. Should be worth 34. Nice. 155. Let's take a cherry from Mrs. Fruit. Okay, 84. Yeah, no problem at all. Let's skip this. And dude, I do have a lockbox, so let's take a key. A geologist I think is better though, isn't it? No, because we got rid of everything the geologist could eat. So let's just take the key for the lockbox. Hopefully it doesn't last very long. There goes our cultist. That's great. He lasted a fair amount actually. Do I want... Let's just take a target. I think it's a bit late to be taking diamonds. As well, our deck is getting a bit bloated, so they're not guaranteed to roll in every turn. So it takes a while to... for them to transform. Hexamitis is fantastic though. A holy water just gives 4 and will eventually buff our Eldritch creature. Okay, and we made the 625 rent payment with 498 left over. 675 now due in 10 spins. Frozen Fossil is fantastic, and Shrine is decent. That'll just fill us up with spirits. Yeah, sure, why not? And Curse Catan is also decent. So our Frozen Fossil should roll in fairly quickly, particularly once we remove this Hex. Let's take a Billionaire for Robin Hood. And 66. It doesn't really matter. All the hexes are the same because we have Holy Water, so we just pick any of them. $100. Let's skip this. Okay, we now have 2 Eldritch creatures. It's doing great. Do I want another bronze arrow? Not really. I'll just take another diamond though. Sure, yeah, if they offer it. We have no luck modifiers, and yet we've gotten a very rare item. A load of really good symbols. I don't know what's going on here. Sometimes the game just gives you a win. Okay, we'll skip this. Basically just skipping everything from now on, I'd say. Okay, oh, a rabbit. Rabbit's brilliant. We have a few of the modifiers for rabbits, and we have a moon. Second rabbit, yeah, sure, why not? I'm not sure if these rabbits are actually making our deck better or worse, but they're definitely making it more interesting. Let's 3 roll, see if we can get a removal capital. That's really all we want at this stage. Maybe I should have taken cardboard box instead of instant Rama, but instant Rama is really good. So we did make the 700 rent payment. We have 962 left over, and we need 777 in 10 spins. We're already making that, so no problem. Let's take small symbol bomb, I guess, and let's take capsule machine. It's definitely the most potential. Let's remove things that don't fit in. So at this stage we are not going flower, so let's remove that. We still have a cherry that survived, and it doesn't seem like we're going to get the urn destroyer. Lucky capsule is pretty decent, and I'll skip this. Okay, I think moon is definitely the best. It's sad because I'd like a removal capsule, but 2 moons make our rabbits worth quite a lot. They have a base worth of 2, and yet they're worth 36. 3 by 3 is 9. Why are they worth 36? Oh, they got hit by the bronze arrow as well. Okay, 144, not too bad. I guess we could take coconut half. I actually just want removal capsules. As always, by this stage of the game, removal is everything. Let's skip. We've just got so much going on. We have a moon and rabbit build going on. We have a Mrs. Fruit going on. We have eldritch creatures going on. We have diamonds. Like, there's 4 strategies going on here, and each one of them would probably be enough to win the game. But we just try them all. I don't particularly want another rabbit fluff. We'll save our rerolls for this rare. Let's see if we can get something. I'm not even entirely sure what we want. Plum is actually the best because the Mrs. Fruit will eat it. Okay, let's skip this. If we get 3 moons on the board, and we made the 777 rent payment with 1,561 left over. A very strong run. By the end, we probably actually would have done better off not taking things like plum. Definitely should have gotten rid of urn earlier. I was hoping to get grave robber, so it'd remove itself. But yeah, very strong run. A lot of different strong synergies. We had rabbits. They never actually got to be worth 3, which is a bit sad, but we had rabbits and moons, we had loads of diamonds, and we had time machine, we had 2 eldritch creatures, and we had a scaling Mrs. Fruit. We also had Robin Hood and arrows. So a lot of very strong synergies going on there. So yeah, a fun run for our 100th run. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks again to everyone who's liking, commenting and subscribing on the videos. Please continue to do so, and we shall see you in the next one. Until then guys, take care of yourselves and cheers for now.